Hi everyone, it's Sam here from samsentiments.co.uk. Thanks for joining me again this week. This week I'm going to show you how to make this cute little gift box. It measures 1 3/4 square and it's made using the Circle Collection Framelit Dies. And inside there is a little tea light and it smells divine. Not that you can smell it on the video. And then we squash it back up and pop on the lid. So I'm going to show you how to make this. I'm not going to show you how to make this exact colourway because this is using one of our new ink colours, Tip Top Taupe, and the DSP is from one of our new DSP paper stacks called Cherry on Top. So I can't show you any of those products because the new catalogue doesn't go live until tomorrow. So I'll show you using, I'm going to use Lost Lagoon today and some DSP from the Retiring Moonlight DSP stack. So here goes. I'm not going to get the big shot out, so I've already cut everything out that I need. Now, first of all, you're going to need the base of the box, and that's cut using the largest scalloped framelit. And then for the lid, you're going to use the next size down, so the largest of the plain circles, and for the DSP, well, you're going to use the next one down. Okay, so we're going to need your scoreboard for this, and I'm going to start by scoring the base. So what you need to do is tuck the circle into the corner of your scoreboard. It doesn't matter where the scallops go, how the scallops sit at the top, just pop it in. I'm going to score at 1.5 and 3.25, and then you need to turn it round so that the two score lines that you've just made are as level to the top of your scoreboard as you can get, so they're going horizontal across the top of your scoreboard. And again, you score at 1.5 and 3.25. And before we score the lid, I'll just pop this away a second, we need to layer the piece of DSP onto it, so we'll just use Snail for that. Try and get as near to the edges as you possibly can, because we're going to be scoring this on top of the base layer of card and we don't want it lifting up. So we'll layer that on top. Whoops. And again, need to push it into the corner so that it sits snug into the corner. And we need to score this at 1 1/8. And be careful when you do this because you don't want to lift that piece of DSP that you've just stuck down. And then oops, and then 2 7/8. And again, turn it so that those two score lines are horizontal in line with the top of your scoreboard, and score again at 1 1/8 and 2 7/8. So that's the scoring done. Sorry about all the clattering. Now we're going to need a bone folder and we're going to score. We're going to go back to the base and score on all of the 4 score lines. And we'll burnish them with a bone folder. Okay, now we're not doing any cutting on this base at all. What we're doing, we're going to have to manipulate the card so that those corners bend inwards. So what you need to do is these two score lines here, push your finger in, you need to show it who's boss because it will resist, and bring those two score lines together. And do that on all four corners. So then they all fold in and create the base of your box. Now for the lid, again we need to score on all four of those score lines and burnish. And we do need to cut this one. So you cut up each side and then turn it all the way round and cut up each side again there. Okay, so then they fold round like that, and we need to stick those down, and for that I'm going to use Fast Fuse. You might be better off using Tombow for this, to be honest, because it does give you a little bit more wiggle room and it is a little bit more forgiving. There we go. Oops, sorry, I'm off camera. And just fold them round. And that's it, really. You pop your tea light in and squish it up. You do have to give it a bit of a squish to get the lid on. There you go, there's your box. Now to decorate it, I'm using the floral stamp from the Papillon Potpourri. Papillon Potpourri, I'm not quite sure how you say that. And a scrap piece of Whisper White, and we're going to stamp that in Lost Lagoon. And I'm using the Elegant Butterfly Punch. I'm punching that out. And then you can see on this one I've used a piece of vellum cardstock over the top, so we'll punch a piece of the vellum, just a scrap piece, and with a little bit of Tombow in the middle. Oh, I did say a little bit. We'll just stick the vellum butterfly over the top. And just bend it slightly. So we'll leave that to dry. Now while that's drying, we're going to put this bit of thread on. Now this isn't, you'll notice that this isn't the Whisper White Baker's twine. It's quite a bit thinner than the Whisper White Baker's twine. What I've done here is I've taken our jute ribbon, taken a piece of that, and my snips, and all you do is, you can see I've cut it in half, and then once you cut it, all these strands will just pull off like that. So I've taken 2 of the thin strands from there and a mini glue dot, just pop that on the box in the top corner and curl it round, and I've stuck that on the glue dot, and another one over the top of that, and the same again. And then with the butterfly, glue dots again. I'm using 2 glue dots for this because it's quite a big butterfly. And just pop that over the top of those. Bend it up. You still see that delicate pattern through the vellum. And then for the middle of the butterfly, I'm using the basic pearls, and these strips here are all stuck together. So what you do, you get your snips, you can see I've done it already, and just snip up in between those. So you've got 3 of them there. Sorry, I'm not sure if you can see that. And then just lift them up using your paper piercing tool and stick them on. And that's it. That's our little box made using the circle framelits, and it holds a lovely little tea light. It'll be ideal for a wedding favour or a little party gift. So that's that. Thanks for joining me. As usual, if you want to, if you'd like to purchase any of the products that you've seen me use today, please hop on over to my website where you'll find a link to my shop. My website is www.samsentiments.co.uk. You can also find me on Facebook and Pinterest, and if you like what you see, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, where you'll receive updates on any future videos that I do. Thanks then, bye.